Tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. And yes, we really are live. All right. Ken Crooker back. Brian Hummel's back. Hey, I hear Tanner's listening to Led Zeppelin. I Can't Quit You, Baby. What a great, man. That first Led Zeppelin album. Name something better. All righty. Let's see here. Let's get it shared in the group. Did you get something to eat? I went to Walmart. Yeah, I did. I've had pretty much a full meal. At least 5,000 calories. I had 3 quesadillas. I just ate a huge brownie from Seth's grandmother. She made them for me. And I had an energy drink that I've custom made. Seth's grandmother, she makes me food all the time, and she doesn't make Seth anything, if that tells anything. I've been referred one time as her favorite. Sorry, Seth. Meemaw is number 1. I'm her number 1. Poor Seth, and Seth's grandmother fired him. Yeah. Good old Meemaw. I don't know which one that is, but I call them all that. All right, so let's go through some new vinyl. Meemaw. I refer to my as grandmother. So, tell us about those custom energy drinks. We already got our first sale, Sly and the Family Stone, $56.99. Also, that was Jeff McMaster's too. That's sold to Jeff McMaster for $56.99. That was a bin of vintage. The energy drinks are these little packets from Walmart. They're great value, and they say energy, and they're sugar-free. And I pour way too much in the recommended serving, but it's okay because it's very good and it works wonders. You'll see the effects of it here shortly during this part 2. Let me move this off the table. Let's go through a crate of something. How about some records? That sounds good to y'all. Records, Seth? Any interest in records? Okay, I got books over here too. Seth does not read though, so books would not be of interest to him. All right. Here we go. We have some new vinyl. Let's go through it. First, let me empty my pockets. I've got my wallet, my keys. All right. Kanye West, The College Dropout, $36.99. Kanye West, The College Dropout, $36.99. White Zombie, Devil Music Volume 1, La Sexta Risto, $38.99 for White Zombie. Ministry, The Sphincter, that's $44.99. Red vinyl for Ministry, $44.99. I got 2 copies of those. Those are numbered, limited, red vinyl. Artillery, got some metal here. Fear of Tomorrow. Artillery is limited to 1,000 on silver blade bullet colored vinyl. That is $38.99. I've got 1 copy of Crocus left, Headhunters. Crocus Headhunters is $44.99. That's also limited, numbered, 40th anniversary, colored vinyl for Music on Vinyl. Coldplay Parachutes. That is $31.99. Coldplay Parachutes, $31.99. Crimson Glory, even some more metal. Transcendence, $39.99. Also a music on vinyl pressing. Wasp, Inside the Electric Circus. Wasp is $39.99. Wasp Inside the Raw is $46.99. Arcade Fire Funeral, $28.99 for Arcade Fire Funeral. Pussifer, Money Shot, $39.99 for Pussifer. Money Shot. Look Mom, No Head, The Cramps, $33.99 for The Cramps. Look Mom, No Head. Blues Traveler, Travelers and Thieves is $49.99. Doom Crew Inc. by Black Label Society. That's limited and numbered clear and black ice with gray and white splatter. Very specific colors. $39.99. Greta Van Fleet. That is $36.99. Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Greta Van Fleet is $36.99. Now Dance the 80s. Now Dance the 80s is a triple LP colored vinyl. That is 80s dance hits in hit 12-inch single remixes that were popular. $59.99. Overkill Taken Over, $34.99. Overkill Taken Over. That is on pink marbled vinyl. Overkill Taken Over, $34.99. I just posted another pre-order for another Overkill album that's coming out. That's in the group. Martin Pryor says, that Doom. I think he wants Doom Crew. Is that right, Martin? Maybe you want Black Label Society? Oh, no, he was just making a comment. Feels closer to 200 gram. It probably is. Some things are 200 gram and they don't mark them 200 gram. This is Dirt, Alice in Chains Dirt Redo. Dirt Redo from Magnetic Eye Recordings. That is $36.99. We also have Pearl Jam No Code. That is new and sealed Pearl Jam, $37.99. The best of, or 13 of the best, 13 floor elevators, $44.99. 13 of the best, 13 floor elevators. That's $44.99. Judas Priest Killing Machine. Judas Priest Killing Machine is $29.99. Got 3 copies of that. Weezer Pinkerton, last copy of that. Weezer Pinkerton is $36.99. Pink Floyd Obscured by Clouds, $33.99. Pink Floyd Obscured by Clouds. And the Beatles White Album, 2LP Remastered Anniversary Edition, $51.99 for the Beatles White Album. So that stuff that's kind of nearer the front is some stuff I hadn't shown in a while that's fairly new. 13 floor elevators, $44.99. Judas Priest was $29.99. Weezer Pinkerton, Pink Floyd, and the Beatles White Album. Final call on those. Did you ever get British Steel? That's a restock of that coming either tomorrow or the next day. There's a restock of that coming either tomorrow or the next day, actually. That's a crate. That's half off stuff we've already shown. I need to deposit that over there with the others. But yeah, there's a restock of that coming tomorrow or the next day. Anybody want anything in this crate? We have the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Weezer, Judas Priest, 13 Floor Elevators, Pearl Jam, Dirt Redo, Overkill Now, Greta Van Fleet, Black Label, Blues Travelers, Cramps, Pussifer, Arcade Fire, Wasp, Crimson Glory, Coldplay, Crocus, Artillery, Ministry, White Zombie, Kanye West. Those are all available. I'm going to try a couple books. These are all new stuff from that South Carolina collection. We have Dick Clark's American Bandstand. Dick Clark, American's Bandstand, $14.99. The South Carolina collection, of course, had like 5,000 CDs. We bought hundreds and hundreds of books. This looks very cool, though. Dick Clark, American's Bandstand. That's $14.99. And it has a nifty dance poster inside. That's $14.99. We need to put Kelly Gabney on that Slayer waiting list. God Hates Us All that I've got to order. I'm going to do that now. This book is sold to Debbie Blair. Jeff McMaster was second. Here's another really cool book. This is $16.99. The Motown album, $16.99 for the Motown album book. The Motown album book. I think we got some birds trapped in our vents here. I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know if how they can. Yeah, that's incredible. But this is the Motown album. Looks like a very cool book. Informational pictures and history of the Motown label. That is $16.99. That looks very nice. Book number 2. Debbie got the first one I showed there. This next book is $21.99. This is Images of the Beatles. This looks very nice. $21.99. Images of the Beatles. $21.99 on that. Wow. Some of those I've never seen. It's amazing how many photographs of the Beatles there are out there. Incredible. There's a couple more of that. Let me lay those back there. Okay, so I went through that crate. Let me figure out what other crate of new vinyl I have here. Let me slide that off. So we got the Beatles and the Motown book. Let me lay these over here. You have one more. I'm going to try to do this new vinyl that's laying over here. Let me see what's underneath this before we head to the back. Might go through this one more time. Then we got to start putting some of this out and in alphabetical order. Maybe, yeah, this one. Let me go through this one down here. Then I'll know these 3 crates down here will be good. Clay Moore wants the 13th floor elevator. 13th floor elevator. That was in this right here. Sell that to Clay Moore. All right. And we've got this crate right here to recap before these get put away. So we shall go through a lot of new vinyl. We go through it multiple times, and then we finally put it out in the store, like in certain bins or in alphabetical order. So kind of a last call for some of this before we probably put it away, and it might be a while before you see it. Chris Stapleton from Room A, Volume 1, $33.99. Neck Deep, The Peace and the Panic. That's on neon green vinyl, $28.99. Hotel California, new sealed and remastered Hotel California, $31.99. Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. Nickelback is $31.99. We have Kings of Leon, $39.99. That's Only by the Night, $39.99. Kiss Revenge. Kiss Revenge is $33.99. 2014 remaster Kiss Revenge. We have the Paul Stanley picture disc, new Paul Stanley picture disc. They don't seal those. They just come in a loose baggie. $38.99 for Paul Stanley. New is Carole King, fairly new release too, live in Hyde Park doing Tapestry. That's music on vinyl, $44.99. Bill Withers, live at Carnegie Hall. Bill Withers is a 2LP, 45 RPM from MoFi. That is $69.99. Sam Cooke, Night Beat, Mr. Soul. That's from Analog Production, $69.99. Night Beat with Sam Cooke, Mr. Soul. That is $69.99. Wilco, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. That is $44.99 for Wilco. Modest Mouse, The Moon and Antarctica. The Moon and Antarctica. That's a 10th anniversary edition, $44.99. Metallica, Saint Anger, $36.99 for Metallica, Saint Anger. And Motorhead, self-titled. Motorhead self-titled is $33.99. David Bowie, Young Americans, $31.99. The Crow soundtrack is $38.99. Joni Mitchell is the newly remastered Bernie Grundman, $31.99. These are all new and sealed. The Motley Crue albums, we have Too Fast for Love, $33.99. Rush, All the World's a Stage, $49.99. Soundgarden, $33.99. Hootie and the Blowfish, $29.99. And Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You, 20th anniversary, red vinyl, $29.99. Let me grab a couple more books here. Let's see. We've got Waiting for the Sun. This is a hardback, $19.99. Strange Days, Weird Scenes, and the Sounds of Los Angeles. Waiting for the Sun. That is $19.99. And this is $19.99. Eric Clapton, The Complete Recording Sessions, 1963 to 1992. The Complete Recording Sessions, Eric Clapton, 1963. He didn't stop there. Clapton's $19.99. Los Angeles book is $19.99. Nice, probably a lot of out of print titles here. John Young wants the Clapton book. That's sold to John Young. Soul Music A to Z, $19.99. Soul Music A to Z. Well, that's a lot of information. Soul Music A to Z Revised Edition, Hugh Gregory. That's $19.99. Groovin' High, The Life of Dizzy Gillespie. Groovin' High, The Life of Dizzy Gillespie. That is $16.99. By the way, we put the price tags on sticky notes so they don't affect any of the book. Groovin' High, that was $16.99. And Frank Sinatra and the Lost Art of Living, The Way You Wear Your Hat. Frank Sinatra is $19.99. I thought this had a price on it, but I don't see it. Very interesting looking book about Frank Sinatra. That is $19.99. So with So Clapton, we still got the Dizzy Gillespie, the Soul book, the Los Angeles book, Frank Sinatra, the Beatles, images of the Beatles, and the Motown book. Now, what do y'all want to see? I have a feeling y'all are looking for new vintage or vintage on sale records, right? Looking for vintage on sale. I think that's why y'all have tuned back in for part 2. That probably means I need to go to the back and get some. So let me go do that. Before, let me show you a couple paperbacks here. We've got, this is $14.99. Number 1, the inside story of behind pop music's blockbuster albums. That is $14.99. That's a Billboard book about all the number 1 albums. Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at all that. Exile on Main Street, Broadway album, Living USA, Rock of the Westies. That is sold to Stacy Metternich. The Arrival of B.B. King. The Arrival of B.B. King, $14.99 by Charles Sawyer. The Arrival of B.B. King. That's $14.99. And Funk, The Music, the People, and the Rhythm of the One. Ricky Vincent. That is $16.99. Foreword by George Clinton. Funk. History of Funk. Lots of information there. You got to be knowledgeable about the music you listen to. Okay, let me go to the back and grab some records. I got to pull some probably Buy It Now Best Offer out of some bins back there. Probably, or I can do this last bit of half off we got. Alrighty, I'm back. Let me grab this crate. It's very heavy. Okay, so this will be a Buy It Now Best Offer crate. The first record looked pretty good, so I just grabbed all of them. I don't know what's in here. You can buy them now, or you can make a best offer. Not before I show you 2 more books. These are little tiny books. This is a 33 1/3, which I've seen these before. The little informational books about certain albums. This is Tusk by Rob Trucks. That's $9.99. Kind of a small little mini book about Tusk, Fleetwood Mac. And this is $9.99. Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy. And Other Misheard Lyrics. That should be pretty interesting. That's also $9.99. There's a feeling I get when I look at my waist. Stairway to Heaven. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west. That's Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy, Jimi Hendrix. That's Misheard Lyrics, $9.99. Okay, these are all Buy It Now Best Offer. Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox, $34.99. How did this not sell the first time around? Oh my gosh. Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox has the original inner sleeve, $34.99 for Thin Lizzy, Johnny the Fox. Rainbow Rising. How did this not sell the first time around? It's a 2015 180-gram remaster, $29.99. There's going to be some good records in here. There's Thin Lizzy. There's Rainbow. Stacy Metternich wants Sky. That's the Misheard Lyrics book. Sell that to Stacy. The Secret Value of Daydreaming, $14.99. Julian Lennon, The Secret Value of Daydreaming. Danny Davis and Willie Nelson. That is a sealed copy from 1980. $24.99. That's got the hype sticker. The shrink's partially torn up here, but that is sealed Willie Nelson, $24.99. Shakespeare's Macbeth, complete. Old Vic Company. That's RCA Victor. That's 1953 mono. That's an early RCA. Old Vic Company. Red label, RCA Victor. That is $19.99. Michael Naff said 30 on Thin Lizzy. Michael, you just got a great album there. That's one of my favorites by Thin Lizzy. Rex Allen Jr., Me and My Only Broken Heart. Rex Allen is $9.99. A Country and Western Salute. Country and Western Salute, $9.99. That includes Jimmy Dean, Flatt and Scruggs, David Houston, Ray Price, Tammy Wynette, Johnny and June doing Jackson. Marty Robbins, that's $9.99. Photomaker, Vis a Vis, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. And this is Transfer Station. Transfer Station, $9.99. Photomaker, Transfer Station. 2 Photomaker albums there. Make that a 3rd Photomaker. Who needs a Photomaker bundle? There's 3 of them there. Razorbacks, More Love, Less Attitude. That is $14.99. And Christina, Sleep It Off. That is from 1988, $49.99. Christina, Sleep It Off from 1988. Looks new, $49.99. Let me grab a couple more books. Michael Naff, I figured you'd buy that B.B. King book. You or Doc Smith. All the blues we got. Let's see what we have here. This is $14.99. Feel Like Going Home. Portraits in Blues and Rock and Roll. Portraits of Blues and Rock and Roll. Feel Like Going Home. That's $14.99. And VH1 Behind the Music. Casualties of Rock. Casualties of Rock. $14.99. Looks it has little informational biographies of rock and pop stars. And I see a couple rap stars too who died tragically too young. That is, those are still available. Feel Like Going Home and Casualties of Rock. Ron Duffield offered 20 for Rainbow. Ron, I will split that with you and do 25, sir. 25 on Rainbow. Debbie wants the VH1 book. That's so did Debbie Blair. And that's pending to Ron. Where did I get to? Razorbacks. I got to Voices. Voices is $9.99. Has a gold stamp promo on the back. The Cleopatra soundtrack, $14.99. It does have a seam split at the bottom. Cleopatra, $14.99. $14.99. Ron Duffield said sold on Rainbow for $25. Redbone, Beaded Dreams Through Turquoise Eyes. That is sealed. Sealed Redbone from 1974 with hype sticker, $49.99. Look Inside, The Asylum Choir. The Asylum Choir is $19.99. And Ready Teddy. Ready Teddy's 1976, $24.99. Ready Teddy, $24.99. In shrink wrap, near mint. Elaine Elias, So Far, So Close. Also sealed, 1989, $24.99. And Life by Night. That's sealed from 1985, $14.99. A lot of sealed records in there. About every 3, one of them sealed. 2 more books. Let me do a couple more of these hardbacks here. We have Harrison by the editors of the Rolling Stone. That looks cool. $19.99. I may have to take a peek in that if somebody buys it before we ship it out. Harrison by the editors of the Rolling Stone. Forward word by Olivia, his wife. He had some nice hair. That's Harrison, $19.99. And 2 Rooms, Elton John and Bernie Taupin in their own words. Elton John and Bernie Taupin. That's $14.99. 2 Rooms. Arguably the greatest, one of the greatest duos of songwriting and song making. John and Taupin. Spooky Tooth, Ceremony. This is $19.99. Spooky Tooth, $19.99. The Truth Jump. The Truth Jump, $14.99. Steve Botsford wants 2 Rooms. The Elton John Bernie Taupin book. That's so does Steve Botsford. For Your Precious Love, Oscar Tony Jr. That's a 1967 mono. 67 mono, $19.99. Oscar Tony Jr. Peter and Gordon, I Go to Pieces, $9.99. That's in mono. Quiet Village, The Exotic Sounds of Martin Denny, $9.99. $9.99. Exotic Sounds of Martin Denny. The Other Ones is $9.99. The Other Ones. And Hoyt Axton, Long Old Road. Hoyt Axton is sealed, $26.99. Has the original Ernest Tubb Record Shop sticker, $26.99 on that. Janie Fricke, Love Notes. Janie Fricke is $14.99. And Ricky Peterson, Night Watch, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Next two books. And we're only going to have, well, we got several more left in here. Let It Bleed. The Rolling Stones, Altamont, and the End of the 60s. This is $24.99. That's probably pretty good. Hardback book. Originally was $45, it says. Well, that's got some cool pictures in it. Let It Bleed. Has to be a whole book there dedicated to the Stones. And around the year 1969. That's $24.99. And I have this book. This is really cool. Rock and Roll Memorabilia, $19.99. Now, this is the stuff I like. This is pretty cool there. There's John Lennon's Rolls Royce, some of his cars. This is rock and roll memorabilia. Ron Wood's jacket, early posters. Cool stuff there. Let It Bleed, so did Donnie Moore, and Debbie wants the rock and roll memorabilia book. That's so did Debbie Blair. Back to the crate. Edward Peterson, Upward Spiral. That is $9.99. Jimmy Ponder, Mean Street, No Bridges. Jimmy Ponder, $19.99. Courtney Pine, Journey to the Urge Within. That is $19.99. Courtney Pine, Journey to the Urge Within. Last of the Red Hot Burrito Brothers, the Flying Burrito Brothers. How is this still available? Wow, that's very nice too. The Flying Burrito Brothers, $39.99. That's so did Jeff McMaster. That's a surprise. And so what was the price of the rock and roll memorabilia book? $19.99, Davey. Carl Sandburg reads the poems of Carl Sandburg. Decca label, $14.99. Carl Sandburg. Mitch Ryder, The Detroit-Memphis Experiment, VG Plus, $14.99. Culture Club, The War Song, EX, $12.99. And Dwayne Eddy does Bob Dylan in shrink wrap, VG Plus, $14.99. This is a recap of a crate of vintage stuff from back in March. So don't be afraid to make offers. We're here to sell them, especially during part 2. If you come back this late to join us. I got 2 more books here. This one is $29.99. On the Bus. The Complete Guide to the Legendary Trip of Ken Kesey and the Merry Pranksters and the Birth of Counterculture. That is $29.99. That looks interesting. On the Bus. Forward words by Hunter Thompson and Jerry Garcia. And this is Jimmy Buffett Scrapbook, $14.99. Jimmy Buffett Scrapbook. That's got some cool looking stuff in it. Jimmy Buffett Scrapbook, $14.99. All right. Donnie Moore offered $10.99 for 10cc. I'll take it. Sell that to Donnie Moore for $10.99. Brian Hummel wants On the Bus. This looks very interesting. This looks very interesting. Wow. I need to find more time to read all these before I sell them. And Jeff McMaster got Jimmy Buffett. There's no telling how many great rock and roll history books I've let slip through without getting chances to read them. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, VG copy, $24.99. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, VG copy, $24.99. Here Comes Fats Domino. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. Fats is on a white label promo. Here Come Fats Domino, VG Plus, $24.99. Johnny Burnett, Rock and Roll Trio. That's $34.99. We had one of those earlier tonight, like a reissue of the original. This is like a hits comp. Most of those songs are on this album. The Band, Cahoots, VG Plus, $24.99. VG Culture Club is what I wanted, but I'll keep the. I have you down for Culture Club. You may have heard me. I said $10.99. You maybe thought I said 10cc, but I got you down for Culture Club. Coven is $39.99. Coven, $39.99. Very clean looking record. It does have a lyric insert with it. Does have the lyric insert. Vandergraaf Generator, God Bluff, 1983 UK, $34.99. Cat Stevens, Tea for the Tillerman. It's in the sleeve the wrong way, but this is a 180-gram remaster. Beautiful copy. I own one of these myself from the box set. They sound very, very nice. Cat Stevens is $19.99. Tea for the Tillerman. and a MoFi pressing of Gino Vanelli, Power People, $39.99. The cover does have some seam splits. And Don Williams, I Believe in You. Don Williams is $9.99. Let me grab 2 more books out of here. 25 on Rainbow. Yeah, 25 on Rainbow. Billboard Top 40. This is $16.99. Fascinating trivia and complete chart data about the artist and their songs, 1955 to present. Wow. It blows my mind when I see these informational books, the time it would take to just make a fifth of this, you know. And this is Hoot, $14.99. Robbie Wolliver Hoot, a 25-year history of the Greenwich Village music scene. Greenwich Village music scene. That is $14.99 for Hoot. It's T Analog Productions Press. No, it is not. This is just one of the newest 180-gram remasters of that. Stacy Metternich wants the top 40. The Greenwich, not Greenwich. Greenwich. Thank you, Mel. That was $14.99. I'm going to recap all the books that's left. I got one big one that's expensive. I'll show that in just a second. I'm just going to read these titles here. Let me read these titles. If you see anything you want, don't be afraid to make an offer. We have not reached deal on anything yet. Julian Lennon. Let's see, Chad, the other one's album. Is that the Dead offshoot band or is that the German band with the same name? The other ones. Let me try to figure out what that is and I will show that to you. The other ones. Courtney Pine, Ricky Peterson, the other ones. They look German at first glance. Alfred Kimlick, Hoffman, Moore Kimlick, and Gottwald. Those sounds like Germans. Before that was Arthur Brown Details, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. That's a VG copy for $24.99. Looks like the original press. VG on the vinyl, $24.99. Paul said he'd give $14 for the country comp, which is right here. And Don Williams, $14 for both of those, 7 and 7. So there's Julian Lennon, other ones, Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Danny Davis, Willie Nelson, Macbeth, Rex Allen Jr., Photomaker, and Photomaker. If anybody wants all 3 of them, I'll do 20, let's see, 7, 21. Yeah, 20, let's go ahead and make it 20. $20 for all 3 Photomakers. I got those marked at $9.99 each. They're all near mint. 20 for all 3. Razorbacks, Christina, Sleep It Off, Voices, Cleopatra, Redbone, The Asylum Choir, Ready Teddy, Elaine Elias, Life by Night, Spooky Tooth, The Truth, Oscar Tony, Peter and Gordon, Martin Denny, Hoyt Axton, Janie Fricke, Edward Peterson, Ricky Peterson, Jimmy Ponder, Courtney Pine, Carl Sandburg, Mitch Ryder, Dwayne Eddy does Bob Dylan. Here comes Fats Domino. That was a promo copy. We're going to sell Arthur Brown to Jeff McMaster for $17.99. Johnny Burnett, The Band, Coven, $14.99 on Cat. Sell that to Randy Scarborough. Cat Stevens, T for the Tilleman for $14.99. Vandergraaf Generator and Gino Vanelli with the, as David said, the famous MoFi seam splits. They've had seam split problems since the 70s. $39.99 on that. Anything in there before I change crates? Final offer. Final call. Now's the time. Track list. I probably know what you're looking for, and it's not on this album. But I'll read you what's on here. Life is a Carnival, When I Paint My Masterpiece, Last of the Blacksmiths, Where Do We Go From Here, 4% of Panamine, Shootout in Chinatown, The Moonstruck One, Thinking Out Loud, Smoke Signal, Volcano, and The River Hymn. I bet you're looking for songs such as Up on Cripple Creek and The Wait. They're not on that one. I've got one more book. This is a kind of a pricier one that's out of print. This is $99.99. This is $99.99. Rare and out of print, includes tons of miscellaneous inserts. This is called Country Music's Biggest Night, the CMA Awards Vault. The CMA Awards Vault has inserts, pictures. Here's what I mean by inserts. It's got like replica. It's got replica like the winner is, and it has replicas of tickets that from the CMA Awards. There's Randy Travis. That's CMA Awards Vault. That is $99.99. Get that on eBay if somebody doesn't buy it, probably by the end of the week. And here's what's left. I'm going to stack these before they take a tumble. We have Hoot, 25-year history of the Greenwich music scene. That's $14.99. The George Harrison book, Harrison by the editors of the Rolling Stones. That was $19.99. Book and book. And three more. We have Feel Like Going Home, Tusk, Funk, The Arrival of B.B. King. That was $14.99. The Funk biography, $16.99. Tusk, $9.99. And Feel Like Going Home was $14.99. Frank Sinatra. Figured we have enough buyers of his stuff. Frank Sinatra, The Way You Wear Your Hat. That was $19.99. The Life of Dizzy Gillespie. That's called Groovin' High. That was $16.99. Sell Steve Bosford the Funk book for $15. Steve Bosford gets the Funk book, $15. Sell that to Steve. Funk. Soul Music A to Z. That was $19.99. Waiting for the Sun. Strange Days, Weird Scenes, and Sounds of Los Angeles. That is $19.99. And two hardback books back here. Images of the Beatles. Images of the Beatles. And basically Motown album, History of Motown. Those are $16 and $21.99. $16 and $21.99, Tanner. Got it? Tanner's got it. Good. All right, let me grab a new crate. I'm going to say final call on anything in here. Probably have time for one more very, very thorough crate. One more very thorough crate to go through. I'll be right back. Don't fall asleep and don't go anywhere. We'll have one more crate. We go to the back. We keep all these in the back in the bin, so I do have to make trips to get these. Alrighty. Let me go through these one more time, or not one more time. First time I've probably been through them since March. So we probably hadn't seen these since March. Steve said he'd also get $15 for that Motown book. Sold. Sell that to Steve as well for $15. That's the gold looking Motown book there. Tanner's putting your name on it right now for $15, Steve. Excuse me. Jerry Jeff Walker. These are all buy it now, best offer. Viva Terralingua. Jerry Jeff Walker, $19.99. Wax, Magnetic Heaven, $14.99. Somebody wrote promo on the front. It's not marked promo. Wax is $14.99. Spanky and Our Gang's Greatest Hit, Someday Will Never Be the Same, $14.99 for Spanky and Our Gang. Uriah Heep, Look at Yourself, with the mirror cover. Uriah Heep, $19.99. Elton John, Victim of Love, gold stamp promo, $19.99. Original inner sleeve. Elton is $19.99. Andy Gibb, Flowing Rivers. Andy Gibb is $9.99. T-Bone Burnett, Proof Through the Night. T-Bone Burnett, $19.99. Storybook Children, Billy Vera and Judy Clay. That's a white label promo, $29.99. Billy Vera and Judy Clay. Renaissance Scheherazade. I always butcher that. Renaissance is $9.99. Rainbow bent out of shape. Here's another rainbow for whoever bought the other one. Another 180-gram remaster bent out of shape. That one's $34.99. Don't hesitate to make an offer. Donnie Moore, I'm going to sell you T-Bone Burnett for $14.99. The Beach Boys Endless Summer. We had one of these, a new arrivals tonight. It's a 2LP compilation. $19.99 for the Beach Boys. Al Stewart, past, present, and future. $14.99. Scheherazade. Tanner. 10 years after, Cricklewood Green. 10 years after is $19.99 on the Durham label. OG. We have Dick Hextall Smith. Dust in the air, suspended marks the place. Well, let me restart that. Dust in the air, suspended marks the place where a story ended. That's a 1972 white label promo, $29.99. Dick Hextall Smith. Steve Botsford wants the Al Stew. That's short for Al Stewart. That's sold to Steve Botsford. Creedence. We had one of these in new arrivals. $34.99. Pendulum. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Sunny Fortune, Awakening. Sunny Fortune is $9.99 for Awakening. Tommy Flounders and the Moonstone. Michael Cherry wrote his name on the cover. Does have a promo stamp. It is $29.99. Tommy Flanders and the Moonstone. That is $29.99. If you're just hopping on or just caught us, create a vintage, buy it now, best offer. Move the camera back a little bit. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, 4-Way Street. Now, somebody's got to have this, and maybe somebody will take it. It's a great live album by one of the greatest assemblage of vocalists ever. That's Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Their harmonies, you can't beat it. Joe Cocker, $34.99. Joe Cocker, one of his self-titled albums. Another Renaissance, that's a cool cover. Turn of the Cards. Renaissance is $9.99. That's actually one we don't get as often. Kind of surprised that didn't sell originally. Renaissance is $9.99. Herb Albert's Greatest Hits. I just kept one of these. One of these was going to be in a discount bin one night. I listened to it and added it to my collection. Herb Albert. I've got that and Whipped Cream. $19.99. Jackie Lomax, Home is in My Head. Jackie Lomax is a white label promo. $19.99 on Jackie Lomax. I Remember Tommy by Frank Sinatra. $14.99. Jeff McMaster said R7. R7. Renaissance. Sell that to Jeff McMaster for $7. The Best of Cannonball Adderley. The Best of Cannonball. $19.99. We're going to sell Donnie Moore, the Herb Albert, for $14.99, and Anthony Smith wants the Frank Sinatra. Anthony, was you watching earlier when I had the Frank Sinatra book? Carly Simon is sealed. That one's called Spy. That is sealed for $19.99. Carly Simon. Carly Simon is $9.99. $9.99. Carly Simon. We have Willow the Wisp, $19.99. Willow the Wisp, $19.99. Price on CSN. Randy, I've got that stickered for $34.99. It's a very clean copy. It's got a little bit of ring wear on it, but that's very common for that cover. Gilbert O'Sullivan himself. Gilbert O'Sullivan himself. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. American Flyer is $19.99. American Flyer, self-titled, $19.99. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. What the heck is that doing in here? Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2, $64.99. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2, $64.99. The vinyl's beautiful. Has a little bit of a crease right here. It's a gatefold with the lyrics. Very nice. Andy Gibb and Beach Boys, 20. I'll do 15 on the Beach Boys and 8 on Andy Gibb. So, Tammy, that's a $3 bump, and those are yours. That would be 23 for both of them. Andy Gibb and the Beach Boys, 23 for both of them. Randy, just let me know what you're thinking on CSN. Brinsley Schwartz, featuring Brinsley Schwartz, Nick Lowe, Bob Andrews, and Bill Rankin, $24.99. Tammy said yes, 23 for those two. Tony OK, $9.99. Planet P Project, Pink World. Planet P Project, Pink World. That is $19.99. We have Randy Pass. That's okay. First time buyer here. Good stuff. Thank you, John. If you see anything you want, just let me know. These are all buy it now, best offer. These are all buy it now, best offer. Jesus Christ Superstar is $24.99. Jesus Christ Superstar. That's got the booklet with it. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3, $19.99. I never usually say this during part 2, but if there is ever first of all, you'll see that I get tongue twisted very easily. Second of all, if there's ever anybody new watching, very easy to buy here. Usually part 2, we go back through old stuff. If you see anything you want, just comment. We'll recognize you're a first-time buyer. We'll give you first-time buyer instructions, and I'll explain how shipping works, which is very easy. $7 in limited shipping. $7 in limited shipping. Roy Buchanan, You're Not Alone. Roy Buchanan is $19.99. Guilty, Jimmy Witherspoon and Eric Burden. Jimmy Witherspoon and Eric Burden, $34.99. Guilty. Kind of surprised that's still around here. That's one we don't see too often. Can you go back through it? Yeah, I'll go back through these in just a second. Steppenwolf for ladies only. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. And another copy, which has no condition notes on it. That is $17.99. Of course, that's mine. Sorry, that's not for sale. Living Daylights. I need to put that away. I've got Sealed Rush Power Windows, $36.99. New sealed. They're actually not sealed, but they're new. Rush Fly By Night. That's $39.99. And then over here, I'll go through this crate in just a second. Actually, I can do it now. That's Coltrane, Ministry, Leonard Skinner, The Dictators, Grand Funk, The Who, Marshall Crenshaw, De La Soul, Ed Sheeran, Iron Maidens, and Whiskey Myers. Yeah, I'll go back through this crate. So if there's something we want on Discogs, yes, just send our Facebook page a messenger, Anthony. Send our Facebook page a messenger. All right, Tanner's already got that wrote down for you. Yeah, we'll do a 5% discount on anything on Discogs. Just send us a message. Don't purchase it through there. Mike Kennedy, the Cannonball Adderley was $19.99, and we're going to sell Donnie Moore Planet P for $14.99. Everything that's left in this bin, we've got Jerry Jeff Walker, Wax, Spanking Our Gang, Uriah Heep is still available, Elton John, Billy Vera and Judy Clay, Renaissance, Rainbow, 10 Years After, Dick Hextall Smith, CCR, Sonny Fortune, Tommy Flounders. We're going to sell Mike Kennedy, the Cannonball Adderley, for $15. That was right. Where are you, Cannonball? Right here. Jackie Lomax, there's Cannonball Adderley for $15. Also, Donnie Moore got Planet P for $15. Carly Simon was sealed. Another Carly Simon. Leon Russell, Live, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Gilbert O'Sullivan, American Flyer. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Brinsley Schwartz, Tony O'Kay, Jesus Christ Superstar. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3. Roy Buchanan, Guilty, Steppenwolf. Those are all available. Is there any certain artist as anybody's looking for? Of course, we have a lot of new vinyl. We have a lot of vintage vinyl, but it's kind of hard for us to look. So if you're looking for, Chad, I need a nice clean copy of Al Stewart 24 Carats. I probably have one somewhere, but it's not like I can go to it. Now, if you're looking for a new LP, like I'm looking for a new copy of Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, I can go to it. If you're looking for Dave Matthews Band, I can go to them. We've got 2 or 3 different ones in stock. Alice in Chains, I can go to it. A lot of the new titles that we are very popular that we sell, that's what we're looking for. Sir Douglas Quintet, I'm sure I have some, but I don't know where they're at. Donald Fagen, Morph the Cat, or Sunken Condos. I don't have those. Stand By Your Man OG. Boy, I probably can get those. We used to have a ton of Willie Nelson 60s, especially from Fred's collection. Not anymore. Any ever newer Wasp albums still? I don't have those. I showed those Wasp albums earlier. Let's see. Tommy Sands, Sam Cooke. Of course, we'd always put those up for auction. The Shrek album. This is not Shrek. I know it looks like it, but this is Steppenwolf. This is $17.99 and a VG Plus copy for $14.99. Let's see, Shrek album, John Doe Folk Trio. Don't have any of that I can go to. Promise Pork Soda. Anthony, I have a copy of that coming in tomorrow. I think I ordered 1 or 2 copies of Pork Soda. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I know you're looking for one of those. Hadn't seen a nice one. There's always something wrong with them. The covers are worn or there's writing on them. Kick Out the Jams. I know I don't have an OG I was going to order those on new vinyl, but I got to figure out which pressing isn't censored. I mean, nobody wants to hear a bleep. They want to hear MF dropped. It sells a lot better when they're cussing. Steppenwolf, Matthew, I will sell you the VG Plus cover for $10. I'll sell you that for $10. Foreign cast album of hair. I've never seen that before. Kiss. Got several Kiss. I've got all new pressings. I don't have anything original. Those are instant sellers. But I can step over here and read y'all some stuff. Larry Smith said he sent a message about some bullion. We'll check on that. We have Kiss. If you can still hear me, I have Creatures of the Night, Destroyer, Unmasked, Alive, Dressed to Kill, and that's it. So once again, that's Creatures of the Night, Destroyer, Unmasked, Alive, Dressed to Kill, and then in that other bin tonight we had, in another bin tonight we had this. What else did we have tonight? We had Revenge. We had Revenge. Here's Black Sabbath Paranoid, $28.99. We got several copies of that. Master of Reality, $34.99 and $31.99. Mob Rules, last copy of that we have. Mob Rules, $34.99. And Sabotage is $29.99 for Sabotage. Procol Harum. That would be definitely something, Jesse, we would have. It would either pop up in a bin one night, or if it's really nice, we would probably auction it. Procol Harum. You're looking for their self-titled first album, and that's actually kind of a challenge to find recently. I have Megadeth, Alan Jackson, Greatest Hits Collection, lots of new country artists. I got a soundtrack section. Most of AC/DC's albums, David Bowie's, most of Led Zeppelin's, most of Metallica's, if not all of them, Tom Petty, Queen, Pink Floyd, several copies of this amazing Fleetwood Mac album. This is Fleetwood Mac Rumors. It's a 2LP, 45 RPM of Fleetwood Mac Rumors pressed at Palace. I hadn't actually shown that in a while, but it's fantastic. That is $59.99 for the Palace pressing. We bought a Bluegrass collection, Paul, not too long ago. Well, actually, it's been a while now. But most of that's still in the back. We've never really got it out. So, yeah. I was just going to say that was kind of the last bin I was going to go through tonight, so I was just making sure there was no request. Wanted to remind everybody that we're going to be doing this again tomorrow with all new arrivals. We only have one Megadeth in stock, and that's Peace Sales. Peace Sales is $38.99. Megadeth, Peace Sales, who's buying? $38.99. That's the only one we have. But tomorrow, all new arrivals again. We'll have plenty of new vinyl again. We'll have new vintage LPs to go through. And, yeah, that's the agenda for the rest of the week. Just wanted to come back and do a quick part 2, go through those books, go through some vintage. And I know if I'm live, I'm very thankful y'all come back and watch. I didn't really have a lot of really good stuff ready for part 2. If I do it again tomorrow, I definitely will. Right, Tanner? Oysterhead, sky's the limit. Okay, yeah, Oysterhead, tough to find. Brian, I'll keep you in mind, I promise. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back for part 2. If you ever break out one of the Bluegrass bins, clean voice to work with. Okay, I'll do that. Jerry Nichols, I have 2 Morgan Wallen albums, Dangerous and his newest one. I've got his newest album for $59.99. That's on silver vinyl. Okay. All right. Do you make offer bins in the store? Not really. If you come to the store and you spend more than $100 on vintage, we'll give you 20% off. If you're shopping out of some of the stuff in the back, just be sure to let my mother, who will be behind the counter, let me know when you're coming so I can let her know that, because we don't do that for everybody. But usually I'm not here, and she has I've told her never to discount anything. It's all sticker price unless we're running a sale. But if you do come in and you want to pick out some vintage, we'll do 20% off if you spend more than $100, which is quite easy to do. So we'll do that, 20% off. So when you hit $100, it's automatically $80 if you're shopping in store. So Hedwig Cast album with Neil Patrick Harris. I've never seen that before. Sounds like something out of print, difficult to find. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back in tomorrow doing this all over again with new arrivals. I've got a lot to post in the group, so I hope y'all are in there. If you're not in our private group, let me know right now. Message our page. If you're not in Whole Lot of Records, message our page, and I'll send you a link so you can join and get in on some of these pre-orders, on sale crates, announcements, all that. If you're not in it, message our page right now. Thanks and good night. Same to you, Ken Crooker. Message our page if you need a link for Whole Lot of Records or search that on Facebook. Thank you.